Up to 7 hours locked in a self-imposed torture chamber with no way out. 4 to 7 hours of being drenched in freezing water and blood. 4 to 7 hours of being force-fed rotten food and live insects, all the while being shoved about by inhuman monsters who are telling you that you will die. 4 to 7 hours of your own personal hell. Welcome to McKamey Manor, your own interactive horror movie. According to a KPBS article written October 24th, 2014 by Beth Accommodo and Nicholas McVicker, this haunted house has been seen on travel channels, Making Monsters and Halloween's Craziest, and as of October 23rd, 2013, has been billed as the world's scariest haunted house by a New York Daily News article. There are over 24,000 people on the waiting list, all to get inside this manor to experience what has been called a living horror movie. The mastermind behind all of this is a man named Russell McKamey, a college graduate with a degree in theater, and though many people may call him a sadist, he sees himself rather as a showman. I stumbled across McKamey Manor one day when I was listening to a radio show that was talking about some of the world's scariest attractions. I became fascinated, went home, and learned everything I possibly could about the manor. I have always been a big fan of scary things and things that go bump in the night, and to me, McKamey Manor was the epitome of this other world that teetered between reality and hysteria. To better understand how far the fear and horror industry has come, I will talk to you today about McKamey Manor. I will start off by telling you what the manor is and some general requirements. I will then tell you about the controversy surrounding it, and lastly, I will tell you about the implications it is having on the horror industry today. Let's start off by getting a good picture of what the manor is. Here's what happens. First, people are kidnapped from a specified location. They are then taken to the manor where they are bound, gagged, wrapped in duct tape, forced into bloody ice chests, pushed into inhabited coffins, force-fed rotten eggs and live insects, borderline waterboarded and semi-suffocated, all the while actors dressed as inhuman monsters are humiliating them, shoving them around, and screaming at them. And things get even more aggressive if anyone refuses to partake in any of the activities or even tries to run away. There are some guidelines that must be adhered to for one trip to the manor. The website dictates that anyone under the age of 21 is not permitted to attend, and that all participants must sign a waiver consenting to the fact that they will be touched and that there is no safe word to get them out. To make things even more unnerving, all participants must either go alone or with one other person. Groups larger than 2 are not permitted, as the experience of being alone or almost alone increases personal hysteria and individual fear. Participants must pass both a mental and physical exam prior to entering the manor, and there are warnings all over the website and all over the actual location itself stating that pregnant women, people with heart or respiratory problems who are prone to seizures or claustrophobia should not take the tour. Anyone that attempts to injure the actor in any way will be automatically removed, and anyone under the influence of drugs and alcohol is not allowed on the premises. Now that I've talked about what the manor is, let's talk about the controversy surrounding it. A Riverfront Times article from October of 2014 stated that Russell McKamey, after 14 years in San Diego, decided to move his haunt to the state of Illinois. After a few weeks, controversy erupted in McLeansboro, Illinois, where the haunt was supposed to move. Residents went on local news and online radio and all this stuff and talked about how they were afraid of this psychopath coming to their small town and building what they would call a torture house. Residents even resorted to giving McKamey and the woman who owned the warehouse and when she wanted to move his haunt death threats. At the end of this August of this year, they decided to call off the move altogether. There are a lot of social media outlets that are all abuzz about the manor. There are several petitions, such as the one seen on change.org, that are seeking to alter or even shut down the manor. There are Facebook posts and pages all about exposing the hidden secrets behind the manor, and there are stuff all over Tumblr and Pinterest voicing concerns about what this manor really is. Now that I've talked about what the manor is and the controversy surrounding it, I will now talk about its implications, not only on the horror industry, but how we as a society are experiencing the feeling of fear. This manor has good implications and bad. It would certainly be a night no one would ever forget. Everyone loves a good thrill, and what a hell of a story to tell your friends. Some survivors walk out of the manor and wear it as a badge of honor. However, there are people that walk out of this manor scarred for life. Soldiers and Marines that have seen war and bloodshed are left quivering, crying masses of humanity by the end, and people walk out of there in such a state of shock that they require immediate medical attention. McKamey Manor and other attractions like it take things to the next level, which begs the question raised by a survivor interviewed by Mesa Press just 16 days ago. At what point does this stop becoming just a scary haunted house and start becoming legal torture? Haunted experiences used to be second person. You used to walk through a gaudy haunted house covered in fake blood and fake spider webs. Things may have popped out at you, people may have scared you, but you were never touched, never force-fed, no one's fingers were ever jammed down the back of your throat. Nowadays, haunts are first person and hands-on, literally. Now people are signing waivers stating that it's okay to be touched, yelled at, screamed at, etc. If this is where the horror industry is today, where could it be 5 years from now? Today I talked about McKamey Manor, the world's scariest haunted house, in the hopes of having you all better understand how far the horror industry has come and where it could be going. First, I told you about what the manor is and some general requirements. I then told you about the controversy surrounding it, and lastly, I talked about its implications. I now leave you with this. The next time you sit down to watch a horror movie, ask yourself this question. What would it like to be a part of that? If that sounds appealing to you, take a visit to McKamey Manor. Enjoy your stay.